us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your blood.
Keep following the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Let me begin with a truth sharp enough to slice through every romantic delusion you've ever been fed. Men don't test your self-respect because they're clever. They test it because they're terrified. And nothing exposes a man's terror faster than the moment he begins probing for the boundaries of a woman he secretly knows he can't handle. But before we descend into that beautiful, twisted underworld, let me handle something practical. Coaching is pinned in the comments. Yes, I said coaching. Life has a dark sense of humor. Once upon a time, I was orchestrating the chaos between men and women from the shadows, functioning like a strategist in a world that didn't reward emotional sensitivity. Now I coach women for a living. Me, a former pimp. If that isn't comedic poetry, I don't know what is. And since it's the new year and everyone's relationship is cracking like cheap glass, the coaching is on sale. Use it before I come to my senses and raise the price. Now, let's open with the hook, the incision, the cut that pulls the viewer in by the collar. Men don't test women to find the weak ones. They test them to find out which ones they can break without consequence. Once you understand that, everything he does suddenly becomes transparent. When a man tests a woman's self-respect, he isn't seeking truth. He's seeking leverage. He's not measuring compatibility. He's measuring obedience. He's trying to determine how much of your dignity he can siphon from you before you notice the drip. And like all creatures dabbling in primitive power games, he does this without even understanding the psychology behind his own behavior. But I understand it. I've watched it for decades. It's a predictable spectacle, a ritual of emotional incompetence. Men test women the way cowards test fences, carefully, quietly, hoping the structure is weak enough to slip through without injury. And the first test, the one every woman encounters, is silence. Silence is his scalpel, his first cut, his attempt to provoke your reaction without dirtying his hands. But tonight's topic isn't silence alone. It's the architecture behind every test men deploy. Silence is merely one piece of the machine. The mechanism is far bigger, far more ancient, and far more revealing. The average man tests a woman in three ways: deprivation, inconsistency, and disrespect. Not because he read about it in a book. Not because it's strategic. Men aren't strategists. Most can't hold a plan in their head longer than 2 days. No. They do it instinctually, the way animals test electric fences. They push, pull, withdraw, return, insult, tease, minimize, ignore. Not to connect with you, but to map the limits of your self-worth. And if he finds none, God help you. He will take everything. Let's start with the first test. Deprivation. Men deprive women of something: attention, clarity, affection, consistency, and then observe the fallout. They pull back their energy and watch how fast you move to fill the void. It's not psychology. It's not strategy. It's survival instincts in a modern world that has given men fewer tools to express dominance.
Andy, who was that? Former pimp explains men. That's just the clip. We have no idea of. Did he have on a mask? Oh, so he had on a mask. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. I told you 2026 was gonna be crazy. And when I think I'm getting crazy, it's because I'm in my bag, writing topics, developing topics. But then when I share some of the topics I'm working on with my niece, she gets in her bag and the videos be crazy. Listen, I'm hearing the video when you hear the video. I had no idea of who that man was and what he was talking about, but he was cooking with the rarest grease. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday. You already know what it is. The national discussion is about to begin. Tonight's topic: HEMOTIONAL. Not emotional, HEMOTIONAL. Is he more sensitive than she is? An intriguing look at some men who defend the disrespect of women. Why do some men, I said some men, not all men, let's make that distinction, because there are some good men out there that stand up for women. It's just in our DNA to stand up. Oh my goodness. He emotional? Is he more sensitive than she is? A deeper look at these men circles who defend the disrespect of women. Oh, you caping for her. Oh, you hear men say, it's a popular saying right now. Why you caping for her, though? You trying to get her attention. Well, I'm attractive, tall, successful, gorgeous even. I don't have to perform for it, sir. But not me. I'm saying. Is there a circle of men, a group of men who silently revel in the disrespect, right? Carried out against women by men. I'm interested to know. Let me slow it down a notch and name it clean, because this part matters. In certain male circles, some banal, Robert Anton Wilson's favorite little catchword, some banal, some but not all, something subtle but corrosive takes place. Men do not simply excuse disrespect towards women. They coordinate perception so no one has to carry the responsibility alone. This particular group edits reality in real time. He was just joking. She be tripping. These lines do not defend the truth. They defend belonging within this circle. Over time, the pack trains its members to doubt what they witness. A man notices harm, feels tension rise, considers speaking out, and then the room teaches him a lesson. Push back and you risk mockery. Name the harm and you invite suspension. Interrupt and you begin to threaten loyalty. 1-800-920-1580. You know, you've seen them, right? You've seen them. So the group reframes the event until the discomfort fades. That reframing fits the operational shape of gaslighting. Pressure to abandon, direct observation in exchange for circle safety. Social safety. I'm still a part of the crew. I don't look weak by defending her. Listen, I know what this feels like. I was a part of circles like this before. Yeah, that's the difference between me and all these other people talking. I'm going to put myself out on the line. This was a philosophy I held before. That ain't none of my business. That's between them. Yeah? And now with the advent of social media, people are getting drugged left and right. The disrespect just keeps escalating, right? This process does not require a secret meeting. It runs on incentives. This male pack operates like an insurance pool. Each man pays a premium in silence, laughter, or minimization. In return, he receives coverage later. When his moment comes, when he crosses a line, he expects the same reality edits. The group has already rehearsed them. That expectation produces collective pact blindness. Practice not seeing today so no one has to see tomorrow. Clinically, this pattern tracks shame regulation. Public accountability triggers threat. Threat activates defense mechanisms. The group becomes a shared nervous system regulator. It absorbs guilt. Supplies scripts, restores calm. Men with low tolerance for shame gravitate towards these dynamics because they lower internal pressure fast. Attachment history can intensify this. If a man learned early that female protest signaled danger, a woman's objections later will not register as information. It will register as alarm. The pack then protects and provides relief. Empirical research clearly maps the mechanics of this, right? Conformity pressure, diffusion of responsibility, motivated reasoning, identity protection. You do not need malice. You only need aligned incentives plus repetition. Culture reinforces it. Many masculine codes prize loyalty over correction, hierarchy over repair. Calling out another man reads as betrayal, not care. Women's dignity sits outside the group's primary obligations. Disrespect turns into bonding currency. I know you guys don't want to hear me talk about it like this. But can we be honest? Can we call brothers to the floor? Can we? Listen, I know black men and women, we got a lot of trauma to deal with. And each gender processes that trauma differently. I get it. We're all broken. But can we just be honest? Brothers, aren't there a subgroup of us that appear to hate women? That revel in the disrespect of women? And in particular, our women. Philosophically speaking, the pact that I'm talking about, the pact, like a wolf pack, right? The pack chooses cohesion over the truth. It protects a stable world model because instability threatens the identity of this group. The group must remain good, so harm must shrink, vanish, or relocate onto her. That choice does not erase cost. It simply displaces it. Intimacy pays. Families pay. Women's or women closest to these men pay. Men like the kind of man I used to be. Yes. Are we going to talk about it? Emotional. Men who don't know how to regulate their emotions. Men who have never had a face-to-face meeting with their own demons. And because they haven't done that, they project all of this stuff onto their women. Men who have mother issues, mother wounds. Haven't been done. Your woman got to clear it up. Your woman got to finish the job. I want to know. Are you really ready to be a man tonight and have a real conversation about certain groups of men within our circle that we might turn a blind eye to? This circle, this pack I'm talking about, operates using reciprocal deniability, a cooperative reduction of reality so no one has to grow. Comfort now, consequences later. And the longer men practice this, the harder clarity becomes, because seeing clarity would mean standing alone. When I come forward, the phone lines are going to open up. Let's have this national discussion, brothers.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach? Transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal? Prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
We got to laugh the pain away.
Hey, KBLA delegation, happy Black History Month. Around here, we celebrate our culture, our community, and our contributions daily. But this year, as we observe the 100th anniversary of Black History Month celebrations, we're excited about our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, honoring comedy greats. On Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum in downtown LA, we're toasting D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Munell, Dion Cole, and Martin Lawrence with a surprise guest appearance. A limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon remain, so now would be a good time to head to KBLA1580.com to secure one for yourself. That's KBLA1580.com. A little laughter goes a long way, especially in times like these. So come, join us for our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. Again, tickets are available right now at KBLA1580.com.
Well, I hang around my boy. He been married for 6 years. Videotaped his wedding day, never watched it. Now every day he watch it every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off of that finger. Walking back down that aisle, just waving at her ugly mother down the church. Getting back in the limo, back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was.
KBLA Talk 1580 thanks LA City Council members Curran D. Price Jr. and Heather Hutt for being the presenting sponsors at this year's Black History Month Luncheon. Honoring excellence, resilience, and achievement, we're KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Think but the tricks. Lick on these and suck them. Yeah, stuff got that they got done. Then I hops in my to make a quick run. Think but the tricks. Lick on these and suck them. Yeah, stuff got that they got done. Then I hops in my to make a quick run.
I used to know a bitch named Mary Wright. We used to roll around the at night, tight in the motherfucker with the gangster beats, and we was ballin' on the motherfucking Compton streets. P. This shit got deep and it was on. Number one song after number one song. Long as my motherfucking pockets was fat, I didn't give a fuck where the was at, but she was hanging with a wife, doing the shit she do, sucking on this just to get a buck or two, and the few ends she got didn't mean nothing. Now she's suing, cause shit that she be doing ain't shit. She can't hang with the street, she found herself show, so now she taking me to court. It's real conversation for your ass, so recognize and pass the day.
Now as I'm rolling with my Dre and Eastwood, clock and go up to no good. We flip-flopping servers like flapjack, but we don't let him have it. And it's like that. This is what you look for in a hoe who got cash flow.
Here's my only problem with taking accountability. I've heard people say, especially when it comes to relationships, if you would admit that you're even just 10% of the problem, then just take responsibility for that 10% and focus on working on that. And while that does sound very mature, I feel like the only issue is, what are we doing about the other 90? Because while it's true that one person can change a relationship towards a healthier direction, it still takes two people to do the work to make a relationship work, right? Connection and closeness don't happen by accident. They require certain things like trust and mutual respect and sacrifice and consideration and accountability. And far too often, especially for someone who is used to sacrificing their needs to save a relationship, you're willing to work on your 10%. And let's be honest, the percentage is probably higher, but even if it's 50%, you're willing to read that book. You're willing to go to counseling or try anything new. Are they? Are they owning any of their part? Because you can work on yourself all day long. You're still not going to feel closer connected to someone who refuses to work on their contribution to the dynamic.
That's Jimmy on relationships. The VOR, the voice of reason, live on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a barn burner of a topic. Gosh. Nobody is perfect, brothers. Nobody is perfect, but tonight I'm going to reveal something because I think it's important that I do this. First and foremost, I have to acknowledge my flaws, right? Like I said, I'm not coming from the perspective of a relationship messiah, guru, or anything on that level. I'm just as flawed as the next brother. But I know we got to do better, right? Being respectful and of high character. In the West African belief system known as Ifa, they have a word called Iwapwele. Iwapwele means good character. Listen, if a woman is, you think she isn't respectful, why must you condemn her? Right? You think she is of low character? If you were of high character, you try to help her. Ah, yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, Zoe's a simp. But simp is starting to pour into, listen, areas of high character. Helping people when they're broken, when they're down, regardless of, their gender, helping them, assisting them is not simping. Simping is when you're trying to get something out of them and you're using your slightly elevated position to look like you're helping them. Men of good character help without a receipt. They don't need a receipt for their help. Remember, I looked out for you when you was doing bad. You remember? Yeah, that's a user. That's a manipulator. Brothers, I'm calling you to the floor. The narrative out here in these streets, all right, it's a toxic narrative. And we need to do something about it. Are we turning a blind eye to the disrespect? I know that there's a small circle of men that I run with that wouldn't stand for it. I know there's a small circle of men that I run with. When a sister leaves the cigar lounge, somebody gets up and walks out to her car with her. That's the group of men I'm around daily. What must we do? When I come forward, I'm going to the phone lines, and I will be revealing my 12-step brotherhood practice for accountability, regulation, and respect model when we come forward. Let's get it!
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, who is black, says Democrats will block President Trump's push to nationalize elections.
This is going to be a free and fair election. It's going to be conducted like every other election.
Jeffries told CNN the president is trying to undermine elections, responding to Trump's comments that the federal government should step in if states can't run elections fairly. Senator Marsha Blackburn is calling for an investigation into Black Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson after she attended the Grammy Awards where her memoir Lovely One was nominated. Blackburn says the appearance raises ethical concerns and has asked Chief Justice John Roberts to review the matter. And Paramount has set a release date for Tiana Taylor's directorial debut, Get Light, starring and produced by Storm Reed. The film follows a sheltered dance student who finds inspiration and love in unexpected places. The movie hits theaters April 9th, 2027. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
In the new year, make one commitment. Don't let someone else's carelessness leave you paying the price. OPO Law has been protecting Los Angeles for nearly 50 years. So if you're injured this holiday season or at any time in 2026, go to opolaw.com.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app And find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Guy shouldn't be dating a woman that's more than 2/3 of his body weight. The woman should feel smaller. He needs to feel like he could kill her, but he's not gonna. If I'm holding a girl and subconsciously she knows that if I wanted to, I could pick her up and throw her into the wall, but I'm not. She's like, okay, I trust him. He's in control of himself.
Who was that psycho? A clip from a podcast? Who was that? That was crazy. As the father of a daughter, I'm telling you, when my baby girl was born, it changed everything in my spirit. I knew I was wrong. Like, soon as I held that little girl in my arm, I was like, damn. Damn. You were wrong, Zoe. All of you were wrong. I felt like T'Challa. I was wrong. She mirrored back to me all of the things that I needed to fix. Now, she's 26 years old now. But it was her birth that really, like, I had the book reading and studying. I had all of that down. But when God gave me a daughter, it made me look at myself. And boy, when my daughter was born, I was still out there like, yeah. I was still out there. I was a wild boy. You understand? So I know that there are circles and pockets of men, not all men, but I know there are circuits and pockets of men that are unhealed, that haven't even looked at going inward and healing themselves and dealing with themselves. So I know they are a danger to women. And I know water seeks its own level. And I know a lot of brothers who are good brothers tend to roll with good brothers. And I know a lot of brothers who are challenged tend to roll with each other. They share a particular thought process. Right? I say he's emotional, not to pathologize emotions, but I'm saying emotional in the context of he's emotionally dysregulated. And an emotionally dysregulated man in a relationship with a woman is a powder keg waiting to happen. Ladies, why not watch what he's watching? Look at what he's watching. Look at what his mind is consuming. If he's consuming podcasts that's constantly denigrating women, right? If he's doing that, yeah, your relationships are going, it's going cool for now, but in times of conflict, some of those concepts and ideas may manifest themselves as a strategy for him to deal with you. Emotional. Is there a small group? And I've talked to women. I've talked to sisters. You know what they've said? They said, nah, Zoe, is way more than you could possibly imagine. It's not just a few dudes out there that don't like us. Like, no, they're like, nah, it's an army of dudes out there that hate us. And I'm saying, but why? Why? Do you understand? We got callers on the line. The Voice of Reason has a very compelling topic tonight, and I want to get these people in so they can share their thoughts. John, Mountain View, Hawaii, you're up first. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Retired Staff Sergeant Gilbert's reporting for duty.
Yes, sir.
Can you specifically ask that question one more time as far as the emotional side of it?
What do you mean? Which question?
Because I'm standing here at the position of attention with my hands curled, my thumb at the seam of my trousers, but I'm leaning forward waiting on you to tell me one more time, I did what to who?
I don't know. What do you mean you did what to who? Say more.
Okay, sir. In my marriage, what I wanted it to be was a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
The two things that allowed me to understand that it was, number one, when I can touch her and it did not have to escalate.
Okay.
Do I have to explain further?
No. Listen, talk to me, brother. This is your space.
Or second, in my presence, not being home, I'm far away doing the man stuff that I'm supposed to. And I'm supposed to be a human being defending a nation behind me. But the regulation she needs to get with her anxiety is in our closet.
I'm listening.
Demonstrating that the peace that I brought her was my odor, my smell. She found herself in the closet hugged up with my clothes. And this brought about peace to that human being. I'm not sure in this nation if this is the same peace everybody actually wants. Because how often do you have to hold open a door for a human being who will push you and the door out of the way so they could do it for the person behind them and they both happen to be women? So, yes, there are pockets of people who are looking to protect you at all times because 9 times out of 10, that is where our scope is. Question is, who's protecting them?
Interesting. I hear
and
you.
I'm looking for that piece myself. I'm looking for that human being to be that myself. Because again, there's a few pockets of black people on this island. Or let me explain it this way: if we was making a chocolate chip cookie, it would only be half. So the designation of the human beings that I get to see who happen to be my hue. Why are we not looking at each other?
But am I right? Is there?
You're right.
Yeah.
And wrong.
But
because it's nuance.
That's what I want. Talk to me. Get it out. Come on. Take off the gloves.
No, sir. We can't take off the gloves. It will allow me to cuss, and I can't do it.
Okay. Don't take off the glove. Don't take off the glove. Take off one glove.
Let's just say I'll slide my pinky out for just a moment.
Yes.
Due to the fact that we are already challenged on this hand, generations have had to live through an entire life, like myself, 70 whole years of I am not anything. And the point of being able to make aware the youth behind me, as well as the people that are in front of me, because remember, we stood on the street after an interview, and you even told me, keep your eyes open, sir.
Yeah. We was in Inglewood. Come on. Yeah.
You told me. But who was looking? Do you understand? Because you told me, keep your eyes open. Sir, my eyes was scanning when we was at the cigar lamp. You said you was under the protection and safety of all those gentlemen. I wasn't.
You was with me, brother. We was good. But that's the point I'm trying to make.
I know. L.A., different context, different circumstances. But do you understand my mind in that place? Because the same thing women are saying, I'm saying it in the same way. What about my feelings? Yes, you say you feel good because of what you're used to. I just stepped in.
What I know about John Gilbreth is that if a woman is in distress in your presence, you're going to act. Yes or no?
Not act, sir.
What are you going to do?
It's not an act when I'm protected.
That's the same. We semantics. You know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You're going to respond.
There you go.
Yeah, you're going to
respond. You chose the word, sir. You said what you said.
Yeah, you're going to
just
act.
Like you did that night. Keep your eyes open for who was acting on it.
But that's what I'm saying. I think women have lost faith that we will protect them.
And they should. Who are they listening to?
Talk to me.
They should. They should be at the point to where they're anxious and fearful and think men don't want. Once again, the 70-year war we have had with one another, and people are telling us that we're not anything. Let's extend that to the black and white issue we currently have right now. White men are still fearful of black men because we're supposed to be doing to them what they have done to us. Who's listening to who?
Interesting.
So again, back down to our situation. You've been televised to act a fool any place you go to, including TikTok, and I don't know how you monetize foolishness like this.
I'm listening.
Then you also say it's the man's fault that you're in the predicament that you're in, but you choose the men that you end up in these predicaments with.
Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. We're going back to Hawaii. I need to know. Because John right now is turned up. John done turned it into a whole multifaceted, nuanced conversation. I'm simply saying, how do we thwart this little sleeper cell of dudes out there that revel in disrespecting women? When we come forward, we're going to get John's final thought on it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Not everything announces itself. Some things simply arrive, and the room is compelled to adjust. This is grooming without apology, without noise, without compromise. Gods and money, organic formulations, clean precision, crafted for skin that does not ask for permission to be felt. Element Cream, a rare hydration layered like an oud at dusk, measured, enduring, unmistakably masculine, moisturizing oil, a quiet revolution, restoring what stress, climate, and time attempts to claim. This is not skincare. It is composure made visible. It is inevitability. Gods and money exist impeccably. Discover the ritual at godsandmoney.com. godsandmoney.com. That's godsandmoney, MONY.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The healthiest relationship dynamic is when the woman wants sex from the man more than the man wants sex from her. Like, if she's constantly begging you for your or trying to initiate sex with you again and again, this is healthy. This is the correct orientation. So if she's not initiating sex with you at all, that tells you immediately that the passion's gone from the bedroom. Whatever you're doing in the bedroom ain't stimulating her enough to make her want to really crave it and be desperate to get it again and again. If she's getting dick down right, if she's getting good, she will make fucking any excuse to get it.
Who was that? My niece is wilding with these clips. Sterling Cooper? What is happening? How did it... Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the VOR. Live on KBLA Talk 1580. We got callers on the line. Everybody wants to talk about this topic tonight. Emotional. Is he more sensitive than she is because he's emotionally dysregulated? It's about to get heavy. John. Let's get John back in here. John from Mountain View, Hawaii.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I wanted to get your final thoughts. I wanted to get your summation.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, just your summation of our topic tonight.
Final summation of the topic this evening. Due to the fact that, yes, There are those who say and there are those who do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to allude to.
So let me ask you this.
If you are doing the do, you have nothing to say.
Huh.
But if you're not doing anything, you got a whole lot to.
So let me ask you, though. Why do we... Okay, social media is toxic. We already talked about this, right?
Facts.
Why are we addicted to the disrespect that social media portrays, and we don't say anything about it? Or I'm just wondering, why or do we gravitate to that type of content, almost co-signing it?
Why do we gravitate and why do we co-sign?
Yeah. Toxic treatment of women.
A cell phone was created, but even the creator of the cell phone kept his own kids away from it. Why didn't we get the lesson? You are talking about what you're produced every single day, and you're starving in the midst of it. So what are you going to eat? What you're supposed to or what you got?
Oh, so you're saying digital malnutrition. You're going to eat whatever's in front of you. But I got to ask this question.
And it's either you're going to eat it or it's going to eat you. Which do you prefer?
Wait, I got to ask this question, man. What cost does a man absorb when he defends another man's disrespect towards a woman, and which internal pressure receives payment through that defense? I have to ask that question, because when you say bros up and H is down, right? Come on. I'm playing the music tonight just to illustrate the point. This has been in our thought process for a minute. What cost do we absorb?
It's been in our thought process for a minute, or is it the current norm, the current situation we are at right now? Is this the reason why I cannot lay in a bed next to you and touch you? To be regulated myself so I could also regulate you. If this is what you want, that's what you'll prepare yourself for. Otherwise, let's go to war. Everybody's got energy, and you'll use it.
All right, I hear you.
Profusely.
John, guess what you just did, my brother?
Mountain View's here, but again, I'm not dropping the salute yet.
It's all good, brother, man. We're going to keep cooking. Listen. Hey, I need Leroy from Inglewood. Leroy, you got to get in here, man. What's going on with our brothers? It seems like we are getting a little bit more toxic towards women. Or maybe it's just social media. My niece said sassy. I want to know what ladies think. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going back to the phone lines. The lines are cracking.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, who is black, says Democrats will block President Trump's push to nationalize elections.
This is going to be a free and fair election. It's going to be conducted like every other election.
Jeffries told CNN